Full-time reaction to Celtic 2, St Mirren 1 at Celtic Park. I've got Callum and Martin to go over it with me. Martin, I thought we made heavy work of that.
Aye, we did. Mixed emotions because not a vintage performance. When you look at the original lineup, you think of the spine of the team, you think CCV at the back. We always miss him when he's not playing. You get in the middle and you think Hatati's missing in the middle. And if you look at the team for last year, you've got Jota and Maeda missing as well. So you think, four big players. But still a team that should be good enough to win tonight, certainly at home. But St Mirren are no mugs. They're sitting in second place for a reason. And I thought they were fantastic tonight. I mean, we'll pick the bones out of whether we thought Celtic were poor, but I thought St Mirren were excellent. I thought they defended well. We had a lot of possession in their half, but we didn't create a lot of chances. But I'll tell you what, they looked brilliant going forward, didn't they? But the important thing tonight was to get the win. By whatever method or means, what to go and get the win. The last thing we wanted to do was drop more points after the game at the weekend. So just delighted to get that late goal, and I should have got a third goal in the end as well. Kyogo missed a sitter, but delighted just to get the win. And even after we scored that second goal, St Mirren had a chance or two. So
clinging on.
Come away happy with the 3 points more than anything else. Not so much a performance, but an opportunity to see some of the French players tonight as well. And I'm sure we'll touch on one or two of those as well.
Aye, Callum, poor start to the game. We lose a goal for a cross to the left hand side. I think it's maybe Kelty that swings it in. Phillips has gone out to try and block the cross, and it means there's obviously we're a centre half down in the middle. But I thought once the cross, you need to stop the cross, and I think unmarked header, and then we respond. David Turnbull scores a great goal. But I think all night tonight that the players seemed on different wavelengths at times. A lot of really slack passes, miscommunication at times, no real fluidity for most of the night.
See, I'm a little bit mixed because Martin says you do look at the team and you see a little bit the spine, like CCV's maybe not there, but then you see like McGregor, Kyogo, players that you turn to, Palma, obviously no Maeda, he always starts as well, so it's a little bit imbalanced, and that's probably where that comes from, is it's almost like a 50-50, and some players know each other and some really don't. I'm finding it so strange. One week it's Bernardo, the next it's Home, the next it's Turnbull, the next it's Iwata. There's no fluidity, there's no one main person grabbing that position that Hatati's taken away from. Nobody's really stepped up and said, I'll take it. Now you got Iwata that gets to go at Tynecastle and then he's nowhere to be seen. Can't even get off the bench at times. I don't understand it, I really don't. And then you look at Matt O'Reilly comes off tonight instead of Turnbull, where I thought at times, right, Turnbull's goal is a fantastic goal. As the way that the ball just moves, I was right behind it. A great strike, to be fair to him. And that's what he's got in his locker. But on the flip side, he can be slow at times, and it just suited St Mirren to a T, playing with the 5 at the back. St Mirren do really well against Celtic. Stevie Robinson's got a really good plan against Celtic all the time. We struggled last year. I mean, I think we won 5-1 maybe, but it was like 3 late goals. So they're always tight games. Our last game away, I think we get beat, was it? In St Mirren Stadium, I think. So they prove that they're a hard side for us. I thought they were really good as well, Martin. I thought, especially the last 10 minutes, they pressed us really high up the pitch. And you talk about maybe they were getting a goal. I think we done well to defend, but I think we kind of rode the luck a little bit. The game just felt really just imbalanced. That's probably the way to sum it up. And everything that's going on with everything right now, I don't know, it just felt a wee bit like it was going to be a tough game. Nobody came up here and thought 3-0 comfortable. We all turned up and we knew we were in for a game, and by God we were in for it.
Aye, St Mirren well organised, Martin, we know that. They're playing well, they do carry a threat. Thought in the second half that likes of Yang and Home did help us. They injected a bit of freshness, they gave us a lift. A lot of question marks over players like that in terms of how much they can impact, but I thought they helped us tonight, and Home's integral in the second goal. To be fair, the only real bit of quality I thought for most of the game, intricate and the edge of the box, it gets into O and it's a good finish. I
thought Yang was excellent. I thought he brought a bit of energy to that left side of the pitch and cutting inside and going out wide, and I was quite impressed by him and have been impressed by him. I know he hasn't been consistently good, but in fits and starts he's been really lively and impressive. And then, as you say, Home involvement in the goal, what a great pass. It was a good pass into Home, and then an inch perfect pass which made it easy for O to get his goal. A big night for Turnbull and for O to get their goals. I think I'm right in saying that both of them cupped at least one of their ears when they scored to the fans, as if to say, the criticism's a little bit OTT. And obviously our job on this channel and other channels like this is to critique the game and highlight the positives and the negatives and try and get the balance right. We don't always get it right. And I think some of these players just need a bit more game time, don't they? And the more game time they get, we'll see what they're made of.
Yeah, good to get the 3 points. Obviously, it's a tough game. You don't want to have back-to-back draws, Callum. Away again on Saturday at Ross County before we go to Madrid. But we went through a wee spell there where we were really starting to pick up, and it looked like we were motoring, we were going through the gears and we were playing really well for a spell of 3 or 4 games, maybe just come off it again a wee bit slightly. What do you think's missing there? Do you think it is just the key players, the likes of Hatate, the likes of Carter Vickers, that's maybe disrupting that rhythm?
I'm not sure, because is it psychological? Is it the high of taking on one of the best teams in the world in Madrid and giving it your all, and probably walking off the pitch going, do you know what, I gave a right good account of myself, and then it's going down to the lows of playing Hibs away, and even though Hibs away is still a good game to go and play, it's not the same as Madrid here on a Wednesday night. So is it still the psychological of coming back from that? I don't know. But look, if you didn't think that the honeymoon period kind of was like still going for Rodgers, it is over and it's going to become tight, these games. It's always winter games are hard at Celtic Park, and I don't know why. There's just that kind of like in my head, it feels like there's that
lull,
like it's when you walk up, you know you're in for a game. It doesn't matter who you're playing. So look, at the end of it, Celtic have a lot of games at home from now to Christmas. To that game against Rangers. In fact, we've got a lot of home games and we just need to win, and it doesn't really matter in what way you need to get it. And look, big shout out to O, because he gets dribs and drabs, if that. He literally gets fed nothing at Celtic, and he always, people moan on him and on his back, and again he's probably cupped his ear thinking, give me a chance and I'll score. And it's a great finish. Home puts a great ball. I think he actually reverses himself and then just plays it in. Lovely first touch, and I almost think the defender's going to just come across him and either take him out the game or slide. But the finish is just so accurate and in the corner. And maybe he deserves a wee run. Look, Kyogo's a great player, Paul, and I know you absolutely rave and love him, and he is number one here. But he can't be number one every single game, Wednesday, Saturday for the next 2 months. That's impossible. O's got to play. So, I mean, or can you go 2 up front? Can Rodgers maybe change it? He loves being very tactical. Rodgers, he's very tactical astute. He's one of the best in Britain at that, probably. So maybe you might see the two of them going like that. I'm not sure.
When O comes on, Kyogo does drop a wee bit deeper, and Kyogo has a lovely touch in the build-up. It goes into home, and then we get the goal from it. So maybe we will see that. Martin, man of the match, I suppose. O got it. He gets the winner. He only plays 15 minutes. I think that tells you everything you need to know about the performance tonight. But who was it for you?
Just very quickly. So I think that's the end of the first round of games. Am I right in saying?
Yeah,
Is that 11 games now?
Yeah.
So that's 9 victories and 2 draws. So 29 points out of 33. Not a bad return there. And there is a little bit of fans getting frustrated because the team only scoring 5 goals every week. But as Callum alludes to win championships, sometimes you just got to grind results out. Tonight was one of those. You know, I wish we ground out a result at the weekend. It would have been doom and gloom dropping 2 points. So we ground out a result tonight against a team in second place. And we're starting to see a bit more of these players. And we've talked about a lot of them not featuring. But for example, the centre backs have not featured. Why? Because Scales has been given a chance, and he was already here and he's been fantastic. So with some of them, there's a reason why they've not featured. With others, we need to give them a chance, and tonight we gave them a chance, and 1 or 2 of them showed glimpses of what they can produce. So I think we get a lot of positives to take from tonight. The man of the match definitely wasn't O, was it? I mean, that was a sympathy man of the match. He wasn't long enough, and he didn't play that well. He took his goal well. I don't know, maybe Scales or McGregor or somebody like that. There wasn't anybody that really stood out for me. I thought, as I say, it was just a real resilient team performance, but I'd probably give it to Scales. I think the absence of CCV and against a good St Mirren team, albeit we lost the early goal, I thought Scales was probably for me the standout, but not by a country mile. But I just thought he was quite impressive tonight.
Callum, who's the standout for you? And can you see any of these players that made an impact tonight off the bench starting on Saturday at Ross County?
I mean, possibly. I don't know the situation with Carter Vickers. Maeda,
just rested, I think.
Was it just rested?
This is good news.
So that's good news. Coming into here. But look, very quickly here is that these games coming up are going to be hard, and I know I've said that already, but you can feel a little bit of pressure almost, because look, whether you like it or not, Rangers are still picking results up, and it's a good result that they got against Hearts, and it just keeps them on our coattails a little bit, and that tonight almost swings back and hurts them. A lot of them would be at the game against Dundee and they're checking their phones, 83 minutes, 84 minutes, it's one each, they're dropping more points, boom. And it's a gutter, it's an absolute gutter. So Celtic just have to win the games. We play next weekend, obviously, because we're not in the Cup, so we need to, this weekend, against Ross County, we need to capitalise on that, take advantage and make the points on the board, because I would rather have points than games in hand. Man of the match, I'd probably touch on what Martin says. I'd maybe give it to Scales, and I mean that's me just being like almost sorry for him, because like he's young, he's got a lot of pressure on his shoulders now, because people see him as one of the main centre backs at the club, and when Carter Vickers is now out the team, it's all on him. I mean, I didn't look at Phillips tonight and go, you're the main centre back.
It's remarkable to think that.
It is, mate, it truly is remarkable, and it's credit to him. He stood up, and that boy up front was a big boy, by the way, and Scales had to win a good few headers. And the thing is, Phillips, my God, man, he's towing a caravan. That boy is slow into it, and Scales almost had to come round in the cover and get him out of trouble a lot. One boy's for Liverpool and one boy's for Ireland. And there's a big difference in Scales. I thought was probably the best, and he was always on the ball, left to right, Johnson to Taylor, then it goes back to Scales, and it's almost relying on a centre back to come up with creativity, to almost find you an Iniesta pass through the middle of the team, which is crazy. But I think he done all right, so I'll give it to Scales on that. Yeah,
there you go. That's it for Full Time Reaction. We'll see you on Saturday. And the Highlands, like the video, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.